Welcome to the Positive Growth Doctor podcast for women. I'm your host, Dr. Christina Wilson. I created the Positive Growth Doctor after years of dealing with societal expectations, self-doubt, and perfectionism. I leveraged my 30 years of experience as a positive psychologist to address limiting beliefs and gain clarity to build confidence and navigate obstacles to achieve a healthier well-being. I knew that pain all too well, so I empower women to achieve confidence and live a positive-centered life. Subscribe to the podcast and check out the earlier episodes so you don't miss a thing. And let's get to it. Welcome to the Positive Growth Doctor podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Christina Wilson. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple of things to think about. You might want to write these down. The first is, what do you think about? What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about yourself? Okay? And what are 3 words that you would use to describe yourself? So you can pause and ponder that for a bit, or you can write those down and give that some thought later, okay? Just to get you thinking. Because the mind is very powerful. And beliefs are powerful constructs that shape our perception and our decision and our action. And I touched on this in the past in other episodes, but it's really important area to dive into. So in this episode, you can expect an insightful exploration into the formation of beliefs and their profound impact on our life. And we'll dive into how beliefs are shaped by childhood, influences, personal experiences, media, societal norms. And the episode will also highlight significant consequences beliefs can, including the influence on our behavior and our relationship, and our emotions, and the broader societal trends as well. And you'll gain a deeper understanding of how beliefs guide our decision making, affect our self-esteem, and drive social change, and offer valuable perspectives for self-growth and positive transformation. So find the full transcript for this episode on your favorite podcast app. And I also have a lot of goodies in the transcript for you. I have a gift in there for you. So please share the podcast with other women to help them grow on their journey. And don't stop there. Extend that reach to other women by leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. I appreciate you. All right, so let's start out with the belief development and understanding the foundation and mindset for women. Where do our beliefs come from? Well, they don't just come from one place. And it's not something that we make up along the way. You know, human beings' beliefs have multiple influences. And it's important to remember that we're all different. You know, there might be some similarities based on our walk in life, but we don't have the exact same experiences along the way. And we start formulating our beliefs about the world and about ourselves very, very early in life. My first memory was when I was 3, and that was pretty young to remember, but it was very traumatic and something no child should ever see or experience. It wasn't to me, but it was something that I witnessed, and it stayed with me. You know, of course, that shaped me on some level. But the good news is that the positive memory shape us as well. And it's a combination of experiences that contribute to our belief system. But keep in mind that, you know, those negative experiences can pack a powerful punch and possible long-term effects as well. So when we think about the age old nature versus nurture debate in psychology, and you probably have heard of it, research actually suggests that it's a combination of the two. So, of nature, which is an innate, something that we're born with, those personality traits, and nurture. So, that's more of our experiences and our environment that contribute to our personality formation. And our initial beliefs are often shaped by our family members and cultural norms. Children are these little sponges, right? They soak up everything and they absorb beliefs and from their parents, guardians, uh, family members, neighbors, um, those in their immediate environment. Yeah, children, um, you'll notice that we did as well. Our schools and our education systems play a huge role in forming belief, particularly about knowledge and authority and social role. And our immediate experiences shape our belief. Are those that are very intimate experiences for us. So person, our personal achievement, our setbacks, which we all have them, they contribute to our beliefs about self worth and capability, potential. Relationships and social interactions influence as well, and that how we trust and we love, and those social dynamics. And being neurodivergent also shaped this area of our belief. I know for me, I went through a good portion of my life from the beginning thinking, "God, I'm weird," right? And it wasn't until later I realized, you know what? It's not so bad. I'll take it. I don't have to be like everyone else. And then, of course, there's television, social media, which I didn't grow up with, um, and news. All of that shapes our beliefs about a very specific narrative or perspective. And these are shaped by their own biases, those who are giving the information, their biases. Is sometimes we make their agenda our own agenda, and that is not good. Okay. Prevailing societal attitudes and trends can influence beliefs about what we consider normal or acceptable. We have seen this explode in the last 5 to 10 years. And these trends often cry out for the greater good, but it hides behind a much darker agenda that has nothing to do with the hair layer and their presentation in the first place. And you may have heard of confirmation bias, and that's where people tend to favor information that confirms their existing belief, reinforcing it over time. But uncovering underlying truth is essential, especially today. By thinking critically, we analyze and evaluate information coming in because we are bombarded with information, right? Critically thinking about this and how it leads to the development of a more refined and well supported belief based on looking at both sides and critically analyzing to come up with what is real, what is the truth. So, consequences of negative beliefs, there's many. And our beliefs can help us achieve peace and success, which is what we all hope for, right? Or it can impact us in ways that are so destructive and harmful to our well being. And they heavily influence choices, decisions, from daily activities to life-changing decisions. Positive beliefs can drive our motivation and our persistence, while the negative ones can lead to procrastination and giving up. Beliefs impact how we communicate and we relate to other people, affecting our empathy and our understanding, our conflict resolution. Our beliefs about trustworthiness and loyalty influence our relationships and our social bond. Beliefs about self-worth affect confidence and self-esteem. That's exactly why I do this. It's exactly why I'm here supporting women, because we take a real hit in this area, especially with all the information coming in constantly. And negative or limiting beliefs can contribute to the stress and the anxiety that we feel. And the positive beliefs foster resilience and well-being. So collective beliefs can drive social movements and cultural shifts, leading to societal change, and that's not bad. It's not so bad. Um, but harmful belief can lead to prejudice and discrimination, impacting social harmony and equality. And that's never good. There's nothing good about that. Which leads me to, there is another contributor to our belief development, and that is the church or religion. Um, and there's a lot of research in this area that shows that religious people tend to have higher well-being. Whether Christian, Hindu, Islam, the Jewish or Buddhist faith, those beliefs shape the individuals who hold them. That's important to them. And for example, I believe that God calls us to love one another. That's the greatest commandment, love one another. And 2 Corinthians reminds us that Jesus died for all of us, not some of us. He loves every single one of us. And for me, that's really beautiful. So, we're all sinners, right? And while some have more serious traumatic experiences along the way, we all have negative and positive experiences that shape us. It's what we do with those experiences that matters the most. Okay. That is what is going to shift, move the needle, because we have the power to make those shifts in our belief and choose to grow from the ugliness of the world and transform to who we were meant to be in this life. So now is the perfect time to share some strategies to overcome and shift those beliefs. I have several of them. So transforming your mindset for success. Shifting those negative beliefs can be transformative and change your life. So here's some powerful strategies that are going to help you reframe and replace those negative beliefs with more positive and empowering ones that you deserve. Now, I say this often about awareness, but gaining self-awareness and reflecting and recognizing, that is really critical. And it all starts with awareness. And that's why I had to answer those two questions in the beginning to kind of get you thinking. So take some time to identify the negative beliefs that have been holding you back. I've talked about journaling and how it can help you uncover some of those beliefs to kind of dive a little deeper into that. The second is to acknowledge and to understand how those beliefs affect your behavior and your emotions and the decisions that you're making. Also, challenge the validity of those negative beliefs by examining the evidence supporting them. Ask yourself if there are facts that contradict these beliefs, because there are. Next, consider alternative explanations or perspectives that offer a new positive viewpoint. Like, reframe and replace. That's where the action comes in. Reframe and replace by creating positive affirmation that counteract your negative belief. Now, this one could be hard to do because we're always thinking about, what's wrong with us, right? What about what's right about you? Or, what's good about you? That is hard, right? I think it's hard for everyone. And when you do develop those affirmations, repeat them daily to reinforce new and empowering view and beliefs about yourself. So this is where my free gift comes in for you. And I put it in the transcript and also on social media in the comment section. So you can grab your free copy of the Daily Affirmations Guide now. I have literally developed a month's for 31 days of affirmations for you to use. So you don't have to, sit there, think and think. I've done that for you. And that is for you. I developed that with love for you. All right. The next I talked about a little bit before, and that's visualization. So if you visualize success, and imagine yourself achieving your goal and embracing positive belief, that is powerful. And you do that consistently. And kind of when you catch yourself, maybe making that shift. No, I'm not going down that road. This is what I'm focusing on. I'm visualizing it. I'm seeing it. I'm going to be it. Right? The next is to seek support and feedback, because when you discuss your beliefs with someone you trust, friends, mentors, coaches who can provide objective feedback and encouragement. So you don't want to go to the person that maybe helps you develop the negative beliefs about yourself, right? That negative person. You want to go to the people that believe in you and want to see the best for you. And I have a one-to-one coaching opportunity opening up soon. And I love coaching. I'm a psychologist. I was a therapist for many, many years. There's something so beautiful about the coaching relationship and walking side by side with someone and, supporting them as they unravel, the negative in their life and, have those aha moments. There's nothing like it. It's wonderful. The next is to join a support group. Now, engage communities or support groups that foster the positive thinking and the personal growth. And that's why I started the Women's Empowerment Group on Facebook. And I included that link in the transcript as well. Also, take action and experiment. Start with small, achievable goals that align with your new beliefs instead, the bite size, because the big ones are just too much and that's going to set you up to fail. So you want those smaller bite size and celebrate the success along the way as you build your confidence. Also, embrace new experiences by stepping out of your comfort zone and challenge old beliefs and reinforce the new ones through action and experience. And continuous learning and growth is also important. You may really enjoy reading books, but if not, then you might like attending workshops or listening to podcasts. I love podcasts. And promoting personal development and positive thinking. And then last, practicing mindfulness. Engage in those mindfulness practices every day. And it could be meditation or it could be devotionals. I love my devotionals. Help me be more present and aware of my thoughts and my beliefs. They help me catch things. So I encourage that. By consistently applying the strategies that I've given you, you can transform the negative beliefs into more positive ones that you deserve, ones that will pave the way for greater confidence and success and fulfillment in your life. I hope this helped. And I've said it before, I love your heart. And I'm so thankful that you're here and willing to pour into yourself. Have a wonderful week.
Thanks for listening to the Positive Growth Doctor podcast. Be sure to leave a review and tell other women about the podcast. Let's support one another. Find the full transcript of this episode on your favorite podcast app. Watch the podcast on the Positive Growth Doctor YouTube channel and learn more at thepositivegrowthdoctor.com. And be assured, you are not alone on your journey.